Hey, what's going on, Appliance Boot Camp? Mike Slee coming to you all on a pre-recorded video. I'm actually thought I'll have time to really do this one really well at the last moment. Shout out to the Honors. They actually are providing popcorn to all the people coming tonight, and we're providing the popcorn for them. So it's a great thing. They had a bunch of ticket sales at the last minute, and they needed about 75 or 80 more bags of popcorn. So we jumped in and we told them we'd get it done for them. So it took us several hours to get the popcorn back up and get everything set up. So we met the deadline for them. Now I'm rushing to get you all the video, but I'm talking to you all today, kind of about people waiting on government to actually get things up and running for them. I was looking at the videos earlier this week of people talking about inflation and especially African American people not having any money. And I was just showing you all just around town. This is a town, Selma, North Carolina. 2 years ago, it was like a desert. Nothing here for nobody. And we came out here, just a select few people started off. As you see the sign later say Activate Selma. That's the name of the group that actually came together. And we've been pushing and bringing this town to where it is now. The business owners, not the government. Matter of fact, the government, in many cases, they put in stumbling blocks as us to try to move this thing up. And you see all the art that you see in that I'm showing you, we have all these different murals.
They told me to come out here and make sure he was working.
Get that paintbrush.
Yeah, make sure he was working. I said, no, I don't think he's working. I said, I'll go ahead and videotape him. He's working his mouth.
He's working his mouth.
That's the one that believe it ain't working.
Yeah.
I know my boss man called me one day. This ain't but a 1 minute story.
Uh-huh.
He says, I'm on the way where you're at. I'm about a half hour out of town. And I was on the top of the building. I looked and he was sitting out yonder under a bunch of trees. It was Range Rover.
Oh, yeah?
Told me an outright lie.
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden, man, of course I was working anyhow. Working on flashing on a roof.
Uh-huh.
Man, I saw him out there and I was talking on the phone. I got up, man, I was dancing around. It looked like I'd gone crazy up there working. I said, well, if he can play this game, I can too. But I'll never forget. I won't never forget him doing that. But now his office used to call me and said he's sending a investigative whatever out there to see what I was doing. And they'd warn me every time, and he'd be out there in the station wagon with a newspaper like that.
And like you're reading.
Yeah, like you're reading. But I didn't like working for a man like that, but I was always honest anyhow. Now, about 9:30, I'm going to take me about a 10-minute break. Here if Joe Biden's looking. Take it. But and about 3, I'm going to do the same thing. But when I'm working, I'm going to work. I'm going to start at 8, and I'm going to quit at 12, grab my lunch, and then I start back either 1 or 12:30, depending on how I feel.
How things going on the corner?
We're fine, doing great. You get some of them people. I tell them how hot it is outside. They can go down there and get a ice cream sandwich.
There you go. Yeah.
Is that your place down there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah,
I got the ice cream sandwich. Yeah, thanks.
Vernon loves to go over there.
Yeah. Do you know who bought this one?
No, but Vernon's met him, but there's a guy, and he told me what it was going to be, and I don't remember. It ain't a restaurant.
Oh, somebody bought this already, moving in here.
No,
Yeah.
he's renting this.
Okay.
The lady that had it, not that I'm going to get in her business, but she sold all this, and she kept this 1,000 feet here.
Oh, okay.
1,200. What is 1,000?
About
1,000.
Yeah, okay.
And so she's renting it to my buddy Vernon.
Oh, okay.
And,
Okay.
I'm surprised at him 69. I was thinking, I said, man, he used to tell me I'm going to get out and travel and antique and all that stuff. And I said, when he first said this, I said, this thing's going to be like a ball and chain. 6 months. He's going to buy, I can't go nowhere. But he's got enough friends that's going to help him in case he needs to.
This is his first time at it?
Yeah, he just retired from his work.
Oh, okay.
4 or 5 months ago.
Okay.
He just unretired.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
got into this right here.
Yes.
But I'm tell you what, I believe that he's got so many people that know him. I believe they're going to be come out knocking the doors down.
Yeah.
Coming in and out.
You got some nice stuff coming in there now. It look good.
He's gonna have finished stuff. Ain't gonna have no repos and all that. That's what he's saying. We'll see. But anyhow, he's like Albert, about as fine a man as you want to see.
Okay, there you go. He do great then.
Be sure you get that.
I got that. I'm gonna go that and I'm gonna loop it so it say it 2 or 3 times. Yes, he is. It looks good. I told him I'll go back and let him know. I said I came out here. He was taking that 9 o'clock break. I said I'll come back at 3. Make sure he got that break. But he's working.
I appreciate it.
All right, thank you. Y'all be good.
We came through and putting them throughout the town. Probably any town in Johnson County, we got more murals and stuff going on than anybody. We are having more events. Everybody is putting money back into the buildings. And I just wanted to show you all this real quick. I'm going to do a better video on it tomorrow. But like always, Mike Sneed is pushed for time. So I'm just showing you all right now just around town. You can see all the murals we have. And I'm one African-American guy. And I'll be honest with you, one African-American guy. I don't have a lot of money. But I was one of the people that they helped spearhead this. And I can go just around this town. You see Mr. D Seafood right there. I personally helped put that there for him. I put my 2 businesses in this town here. I own the other 2 buildings that you'll see down this block, but I have sold them. And there people are renovating those, putting those in place. You see the barbershop, Li and Nick. I actually reached out to Li one time before to come down here during the COVID, during the pandemic. He would come down, not to give me a haircut, anything in my shop, none like that. The barbers weren't supposed to give haircuts, but he would come down and see me about once a week. And he decided then that he was gonna move out here, move his barbershop out here. Government didn't help them. I know government ain't gave me no money for my businesses, but I had to make the sacrifice to get my businesses up and running, and take my hard-earned money and put it into myself and better myself. And that's mainly what's happened when people say they want government, when people say they want grants. They're thinking I don't want to bet on myself. I don't want to risk my money. I want to risk somebody else's money. And they think a lot of times that's what so-called rich people do. Rich people use other people's time, other people's money. And so with that's what they want to do. They don't want to have any risk involved in themselves. I'm showing you this building right here that they're renovating. As you look there, you see the reclaimed wood and all that stuff. That let me know that they're doing something where they're going to get historical credit for this. And a lot of times to do those historical credits, it takes a lot more money from what I've seen to actually build something and get the historical credit, because you got demo the stuff, and then you got to fix it and kind of restore the wood and stuff, resand it and put it back up. A lot of times it's cheaper just for me to just take it down and put new stuff. But it's a great tax write-off and tax incentive. If you're somebody who don't have an accountant and you don't have somebody that actually specializes in that to walk you through the process and stuff and keep a total of everything you're doing, it gets to the point where you actually lose money on it. But they got a group, and I'm pretty sure within that group they got an accountant or somebody very close to them that's an accountant, that's making sure that they're getting all that stuff in order. They are lawyers too. They're making sure they got everything in order so they can get those tax credits and get those write-offs and those tax incentives for that. So doing that is just not the government just handing you out money. You got to put forth a lot of effort, money, and time in order to get that refund back from the government. But I just want to come to you all real quick, just show you all how we rebuilt this town without the help of the government. Without the help of the government, we have rebuilt this town and put these businesses in together. And all these businesses you're seeing, besides maybe one that's a jewelry store, have just came within the last 2 years. So these are just businesses that came here within the last 2 years, other than the jewelry store. Once again, you'll see a little video on my little ice cream parlor. I'm very proud of what I'm putting together with the ice cream parlor. I just did a video of the ice cream parlor, and I'll be talking to you all on Monday. Be cool and have a nice weekend.
Right now in the middle, I'm actually doing probably my third or fourth phase of renovation to my ice cream parlor. The buildings you saw earlier, I don't have the cash to do like they're doing, where they can go in and do everything all at one time and spend hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Unfortunately, I don't have the cash to do that. I have to actually take the bare minimum for less than I think altogether I had about $40,000 to get into this building. And that included purchasing the building, renovating the building, buying the equipment, everything. I was all in about $40,000 to actually get this ice cream parlor up and running. And from there, I've just been plowing back the proceeds. As we make money and do better, I'm able to come out and do more things and upgrade my ice cream parlor. Right now, you see the renovations that's going around town. You see beautiful buildings, and here we are. I'm making mine staying up to par with theirs. I couldn't do it when I first got here because I didn't have the cash, and but I was able to stick with it. And the vision is coming where at the end, when I'm done, my building will be just as nice as anybody else that started off from the beginning. But that's the thing that we have to learn. We got to learn this delayed gratification. We cannot be here constantly thinking that we're going to actually be able to come out out the gate and be in a whole lot of debt, not knowing a business model, not having enough reserve capital, operating capital to run a business, and thinking our business is going to look like somebody who might be 2 or 3 generations in with a business and whose family or friends or themselves have resources and assets that they can actually pour from. If you're somebody who's coming from where I came from, where my family didn't have any money to give me on either side, on my parents' side and on my in-law side. Everything that my wife and I have been able to do and accomplish, we had to do it within the last 30 years. So with that, I have to take a smaller approach, and I know that I can't go out there and get myself in a lot of trouble. And I have to realize that I'm actually building for the next generation. This right here is something that I get some of the rewards and stuff from it, but I won't get the vast rewards from it. My kids and grandkids will really get the rewards for what we're building here now. Right now, my wife and I, we live comfortable. We get to have great things. But I don't get to have the $2 million house because I got to put my money into acquiring assets. I don't get to drive the Lamborghini and the Ferrari because same thing. I need my cash to actually go to work for me. Now maybe my grandkids. I have a grandson, maybe a granddaughter one day. They will get to have those things because the stuff that I build and put together for them, and the stuff that their parents will build and put together for them, get them to the point where they can actually have enough reserved income, where earning a living, as far as being able to pay for their housing, being able to pay for food, shelter, is already taken care of. Then they can just go out and do things that they really enjoy, and be able to kind of bask in under the shade of the tree that I'm planting right now. But that's all I'm going to come in and tell y'all real quick. The government is not responsible for building up your community. Like I said earlier, us that came together and built this community, we have fights with the government in order to build it. In the previous government, I would say there were issues where some stumbling blocks are put in the way. I like it when the government is out of the way, and now I can actually go and come out here and do what I need to do without them getting involved. When they start getting involved, that's when the problems happen. We came together as a group, and you all saw this town 2 years ago. It was I'll say it was a desert. It didn't have any businesses here. The people who came here, who actually live here, unfortunately, they're stuck in that mindset that Selma is still the same old Selma. It's nothing like the same old Selma. Unfortunately, they done like some of you all who have sat around and watched this transition, and they watch people come in, buy these buildings, put in businesses, get involved in where the town is going, and they just watch and constantly just talk about how things used to be. Now they're not able to get in because now it's too expensive. If you were living hard in Selma 3 years ago, you had an opportunity where you could have came in with hard work and sweat equity. You could have made something out of yourself and started creating some real wealth. Unfortunately, they didn't do it, and now the town has moved on where if you ain't got no money, you can't come out here now. It's too expensive. Those apartments that I'm showing you all earlier, they're going for like $1,800 a month, and people are going to buy them. They're going to get rented out. Because if you go over into Raleigh, I was talking to my physical therapist, they're paying $2,200 a month for like a 2-bedroom apartment. And so yeah, and it's not for 30 minutes drive. They already drive 30 minutes to work. They come out here and save them $400 a month, and still got 30-minute drive. So yeah, people are coming here, prices are higher, and they just get left out. The same thing, you all who have watched the Appliance boot camp for the last 3 or 4 years, y'all have watched people become vegan. I mean, literally, you have watched people start off, take the course, go through the course, and became vegan right before y'all eyes. And unfortunately, y'all still call me and said, I've been watching you ever since you came on with JT Hustle, when the Appliance boot camp with $500, I was watching you. I watched you build the school. I actually watched you build an ice cream parlor. I actually watched you buy property. I've seen all the stuff that you've done in the last 2 to 3 years. But I still got some questions I want to ask you about the Appliance boot camp. And that just blows my mind. I mean, well, what more do you want me to do? Can you explain to me if I take this, will it work in this area? Man, you don't see it work for people all across the United States. You see the people work for people in Canada. So I don't know what more I can do to tell you. I'm at the point now when people start calling, I'm not even going to try to sell it anymore. If you've watched all those years and not me talking about Appliance, okay, and talking about the Appliance boot camp, but watch the transition of the actual alumni who have came here and all the stuff that they've done. And you call me and want me to actually sell it to you over the phone and convince you, it's probably not for you. I'm probably going to get the number to Strayer University, or get the number to ITT or one of these for-profit schools where you can go there and they'll sign you up and they'll charge you $70,000, $80,000 for a bachelor's degree. That's they go service woman, young lady. She might come in here. I actually get that number and send you there and let you go sign up and get about $100,000 in student loan there. Because that there seems to be the route I think that you might be more comfortable. You come to her might be more comfortable with. Coming out here where you got to actually do it for yourself. You got to put the sweat equity in. You got to put your own cash in, and you got to get out here and make it happen. This right here is not for somebody who don't want to bet on themselves. This is not for somebody who don't want to bet on themselves. I talk to people all the time, and people want to know. And sometimes I feel the same way. Maybe I might look into it, but I've been fortunate enough. I haven't had a need to go out and get a loan. When my cash gets low, y'all see what I do. I jump back in that service truck and go out there and start repairing appliances. That's what I do when my cash gets low. I don't go to the bank. Now I can get out there. Not only can I get out there and actually repair appliances, but now I can actually sign up for an event and hook up that trailer and send those kids out there to a big school some ice cream. So I got several ways now that if I need to get some cash real quick, that I can go out there and grab it. And that's the thing I want to do for you all, show you all. See, give me a second, let me see the surface. I thought that was you. Hey, how you doing?
I thought you were closed.
And again, we are closed at 1, but I was shooting a video, so I come in here before we open and shoot the videos. But yeah, I shoot a video. I was telling them about the buildings downtown, the ones that's going on, how everybody was able to come in, and I've done those buildings where they're putting hundreds of thousands of dollars in it, and I was telling them that you don't have to actually do everything all at once. I was telling them how I was able to come in and get started and then take the cash as the business progressed and got better, and every year do a little bit more. So I was showing them about the road getting done. This was part of the plan that I had at the beginning, but I just didn't have all the cash to do it at the beginning. And I just got the building up and running, and now I'm letting the business pay for it, and I was selling them at the end when I'm done. I might not got there as fast as they got there, but I get there and I'll be debt free when I get there.
Well, you know what? I'm telling you,